Okay, so this is where I'm at with my GT45 turbo on a stock 305 project. My original plan was to mount it down low like shown in this pic with a bracket that I made to hold it up. But I ran into a few problems. The radiator would have to be moved forward and the oil drain is too low. It might be high enough to go into the oil pan, but my original plan was to use the fuel pump plate for the oil return. So to save money, I decided to flip my hot side. I have never turbocharged an engine before, so this is not a how-to video. I just wanted to document the problems I'm having. At this point, I think the hot side needs to be completely redone, but since there is a lot of other very important things to figure out, I have decided to just flip what I have and test it out. This is what the new setup will look like. Alright, so I actually plan on completely redoing this because this is probably the dumbest, most complicated way to try to put a turbo on something, especially in a truck, because you really don't have very much room in the front, like between the engine and the radiator. And you know, like the original plan was to have it down here, but then the oil drain became a problem. Alright, so like I showed out there on the truck, if I put the turbo right there where it's going to be, right here, I have a pretty straight shot right to the valve cover to drain the oil. I'd rather put the flange over here so it's not right in your view, but I already kind of checked it out. It doesn't really stick up that high. And also, I don't intend on ever driving this on the street anyway. I really just want to test out a turbo system that has very short pipes that go straight to the turbo and it's separated. I did this because I kind of got obsessed with turbo lag, people saying it's not going to spool, so I try to do everything I can to make it spool. Or like to spool up faster, probably. Well, that's the thoughts behind it. So what I got to do now is cut this off right here, clamp this together, and then just put a little piece in there to fill in the gap. Shouldn't be that difficult. And that solves a lot of problems. I no longer have to move the radiator. I don't have to worry about the drain being too low and not wanting to drain in the pan. I didn't want to have to use a scavenge pump or whatever. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and take this off and get started. Here's my Evolution saw with the steel demon blade in it. I got it clamped in there. Hopefully I can make a straight cut. Put my safety gear on. Doesn't look like that bad of a cut, but let's see. It'll probably be all right. That steel demon blade right there, for maybe like the first 50 or 60 cuts on tubing like this, it cuts pretty clean, and then it starts to get worse and worse. You see how it has kind of like a sliver on there? Anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead and bolt this back to the motor and try to cut out a new little piece for it. Alright, so now I need to figure out how to cut a piece out to fit in there. And I got tubing, I got a couple of feet of this. But the problem is it doesn't really line up that good anymore. I guess the best way to do it is to push it to where it's about even. Measure it. Let's just call that 1 inch. Okay. That's about 1 inch to make it like a straight shot. And I'll make that side about 1.25 inches. Okay, so I just went somewhere in the middle. I measured 1.1 inches. I didn't even get my mark, but anyway. It was supposed to be 1.1 inches, and I just put about a 5-degree angle on it. And I think I'm in luck because you see that? You can look, this is pretty tight on this side, but that's about as worse as the gap gets. And also you can see that really bad like sliver thing right there. But I'm pretty sure I could smooth this up, spin these around a little bit to try to make the gap as small as possible, but it's already looking, it's looking good enough. I mean, I could weld that. It'll probably look kind of crappy right there, but whatever. So you can see that side's pretty good. And then that's about the worst of it. All right, so I got it tacked up. And I burned that hole in there, but I could fix that. So the way to do this is you have to, this is 304 stainless, so it needs to be purged. All right, so the hose that's for the purge is gonna have to go on that side, because if you put it right here, it's gonna be too close and get too hot, obviously. So I'm just gonna put it in there, take the studs out, put some tape around there, and trying to seal it off. And you have to do that, otherwise the stainless will react to the air on the inside, and it'll like turn into this dark gray ugly stuff. Okay, so this is what my purge setup looks like. It's some masking tape to seal all the cracks and run this hose into the pipe, and we go ahead and try to weld it. All right, so I got this thing welded up, and let's see how it fits. It's already bolted on that side, and look, it fits pretty good. Those are the two joints I just got through welding, these two. That's where that hole was. I haven't been welding stainless for a while, so I mean, I was never really that great at it anyway. But whatever. It looks good enough for me. Okay, this is about as far as I'm going to get. That's where the turbo sits. You see how the line is, the oil line is kind of directly above the valve cover, but that fitting, I don't know what degree it is. It's probably like 30 degrees, and I have my cartridge part like tilted too much, so I probably can't use that fitting. Or maybe if I can, if I just go directly from here to the front of this. But that line's really short. That line will be too short. You might not be able to get it on and off. I'll have to figure out what kind of weld-in bungs and what kind of fittings I can get. So like I don't have the parts to do this, so I gotta figure it out. It's high enough to where it doesn't need like a scavenge pump or anything. Also, I'm gonna have to figure out how to put some kind of brace under there, something to kind of support this a little bit, because that's a lot of weight hanging on that tube. I mean, I think it's okay just sitting there, it ain't gonna break. But if you set, if the truck, if you were driving, it was vibrating all the time, it more than likely would crack something. So don't do it like this. This is a bad idea. But hopefully I can get a turbo to work and then completely redo the whole hot side. And if I do that, it's gonna be in mild steel. And also, with headers that are up and forward like that, it would probably be a lot smarter idea just to do twins, two small ones. That way you don't have a crossover. But I learned that the hard way, I guess. All right, so this project has been almost like a complete disaster from the beginning. It's been really hard for me to actually continue. I just got in over my head. There's so many problems. So don't build yours like this, because this is not a good idea. It's experimental. Okay, so what did I learn from this? All right, so what did I learn from this? Pie cuts are stupid. Stainless steel is stupid. Build it out of mild steel and try to get some pre-cut bends. It'll save a lot of time. And actually, that probably contributed to how I got in over my head, because I had to learn how to weld stainless. I had to figure out how to purge it. I had to get a better cup and like a gas lens kit. And I mean, I still can't even weld stainless that good. So what I'm saying is that just added extra difficulty to the whole project. Not to mention it's more expensive. And what's really dumb about it, about stainless, I guess people do it for appearance, because supposedly 304 stainless moves more. Like when it heats up, it shifts and moves and grows and whatever, and is more likely to crack than mild steel. And it's harder to weld. And another thing, just imagine if you're probably going to wrap it anyway. So why go through all that extra money, extra trouble, if you're just going to wrap it? You're probably going to have to wrap it because there's so many things under the hood that it's probably going to be close to. You might want to wrap it. And, oh yeah, one more thing. It's really a bad idea. To try to build a turbo kit on a stand, on an engine, it needs to be in the truck, because as soon as you, it needs to be in the vehicle, because as soon as you build it out here and you're going to go transfer it to the truck or vehicle, it's probably going to hit something, or something. It's just asking for problems, really. That's all I wanted to say about that. So at least this video could be kind of useful, because everything from even the choice has been wrong and bad and dumb. This is like one of the to me, this is a very complicated way to do something. So if you found this video entertaining or inspiring, don't forget to like and subscribe. The end.